Hey guys, Probable1701 here, and today on It's Armageddon we are going to be looking at Ninth Doctor stories. Now, since the Ninth Doctor only has the one season, instead of doing 5 stories, we're only going to pick 4, just because 5 seems like it's too easy and it's cheating a little too much. So we're going to do 4 stories for Eccleston's Doctor. And of course, the question is, if the apocalypse was happening, what 4 stories from the Ninth Doctor would you say for posterity? This is actually a very easy list to me. Number 1 on the list is Rose. Rose is such a good episode. It does such a good job introducing people to the show and a lot of the concepts behind the show without having to get exposition heavy to where you get bored. But it also makes sure you understand enough that's going on so people who are new to the show don't get lost or confused a whole lot. It really does do a good job of establishing what it needs to establish here and then fills in more of that as the show goes on. It does that really well. Eccleston is just so good in the role. Billy Piper is so good in the role of Rose, especially this first season. I really love the fact they bring the Autons in. Does a good job of bringing in a classic villain, but not one that's super overdone. They work just as well here as they did in Spearhead. It really did kick the show off on the right foot with a wonderful blend of story, action, and comedy. Really, this episode really merges all those in really well together, and does a good job kicking off the modern series. Number 2 on the list is Dalek. I absolutely love Dalek. It is my favorite Dalek story of all time. It's just phenomenal on all fronts. I think of all the times the Doctor's ever fought the Daleks, this is the one that's the most personal. Much like how in Genesis of the Daleks, every time the 4th Doctor and Davros are talking and having an exchange, it's just gold. It's Doctor Who gold. It's the same way here with the 9th Doctor and the Dalek. Every time they are interacting together is gold. That first speech when he walks into the room with it and realizes it's the Dalek, that is gold. When he's talking to it on the TV, when he's giving that bit about, why don't you just die? Gold. Even the end, when he realizes the Dalek has changed, and he's like, I couldn't, I tried, it's gold. There are just so many moments in this that is gold. It really not just looks at things from the Doctor's point of view, but looks at things from Rose's point of view, looks at things from the Dalek's point of view. And we really see how in some ways the Doctor and a Dalek can be, in the right circumstances, 2 sides of the same coin, where the Doctor can go dark and sinister. Where in the Dalek, in this one case, and we see an Into the Dalek later, might be the one that's a little more merciful. Or definitely not what we'd call a traditional Dalek. So it's really interesting, and I just think it works on all levels. Number 3 on the list is The Empty Child Dr. Dance's 2-parter, because Stephen Moffat in the Russell T Davies era is just always gold. It's living proof of why they gave Moffat the head job. Whether or not he pulled that off is another video. But it's understandable why they made him the head writer, because all of his stories in the RTD era are just great. And this one is good. Eccleston is on fire on this one. I love the World War II setting. We get to meet Jack, and everybody loves Captain Jack. He's awesome. John Barrowman is great. I really enjoyed this one. I love the whole bit with the child. It's just fascinating. I love when Doctor Who takes such a normal, basic, ordinary concept and makes it terrifying. And in this one, it's not just that a child can be this dangerous and terrifying, but a gas mask can be that terrifying. I mean, it is just a kid in a gas mask. And suddenly now, if you walk around, you see a small child in a gas mask, you're going to be terrified if you're familiar with this show. And even little lines like, are you my mommy? Are you my mommy? Where's my mommy? Mommy! That becomes more sinister and much more scary, to you now, when it's just a common phrase. Are you my mommy? That's a terrifying phrase now for a lot of people. I love when Doctor Who does stuff like that. Plus, it has his Everybody Lives speech, which is probably Eccleston's best speech. It's a really, really good speech. And just seeing that pure look of joy on the 9th Doctor's face as he's saying it, it's one of the happiest you ever, genuinely happiest you ever see the 9th Doctor, and I love that. And then number 4 on my list is the 2-part series finale, Bad Wolf Parting of the Ways. I think it's really, really good. I do think that the game show stuff is very dated, and all that, the weakest link and all, Big Brother. I think that kind of hurts it a little bit. But especially episode 2 of that, Parting of the Ways especially, I think is really, really good. Just watching Eccleston square off against not just a Dalek, but an army of Daleks. and watching him stop them. The scene with the hologram is just phenomenal. When Rose is in the TARDIS and he's sending her back, the hologram of him is speaking to her. It's really touching. And even his goodbye scene is really, really well done. It's just great. Series 1 is just so good. One of the best. And these 4 stories are definitely the 4 I would keep. So, which 4 stories of Eccleston's would you keep, and why would you keep them? So comment down below and let me know that. Let me know what you think of my video as well. Other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on a new video. I also have a Patreon page if you would like to become one of my patrons and contribute to that. There is a link to that down below in the description. I have an entry-level tier that's just $2 a month if you like what I do and want to support what I do. Everyone who joins at any tier level gets a free video request. I also have other tier levels with other rewards, $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever you're comfortable with. Most importantly, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.